We all know that the world is full of leaders, but what does leadership look like in the context of marriage? And what kind of leadership has God called you as a husband to embody? In this video, we are going to explore not only the various leadership styles, but more importantly, the specific type of leadership that God requires from men in the home. So whether you've been married for years or just stepping into the role of a husband, this video is for you. Hi friends, my name is Imo. I'm a life coach, marriage counselor, and author of these 2 published books. I am also a happily married wife of 8.5 years and counting. Today, we'll be breaking down the different types of leadership styles and also examining God's leadership mandate to all Christian men and how they can apply this mandate in their own homes. So let's start by discussing the different leadership styles we see in our world today. Style number 1, there is the autocratic husband. Now, I am very familiar with this one because in Africa, where I came from, this was widely practiced. In this kind of leadership, husbands make all the decisions independently without even consulting his wife. The husband in the home is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the beginning and the end. You dare not question him. All hell will break loose if you do. The autocratic leader can wake up one morning and say, "We are leaving, we are moving to another state," and that's it. No one would dare question him in the house. Everyone is leaving. There's also the transactional leader. Now, in this kind of relationship, the husband only fulfills his role when his wife fulfills hers first. There is some kind of reward and punishment type of leadership going on. The husband may say, "She did not have sex with me last night, so I will not give her allowance, or I will not, pay my own share of, family responsibility or pay for the groceries this week." He sees his responsibility to his family as a favor. He always expects a thank you for every little thing he does. If he washes dishes, he expects his wife to say thank you. If he does the laundry, if he takes the kids to school, he expects everyone in the house to tell him thank you. And then there is the figurehead husband. This kind of husband does not have a mind of his own. He cannot be trusted to make simple, sound decisions. He's double-minded. He's not firm. He's easily swayed by events and others. He's easily influenced by in-laws, by family. He listens to others. He does not know how to treat his wife. He runs his own based on the advice, strictly based on the advice he gets from an external party. And then there is the authoritative husband. These ones are firm, like the autocratic leader, but they are also somewhat mild. An autocratic husband may seek input from his wife from time to time, but not necessarily follow through on whatever she says. Is the one who gets to make the final decision. It's just like ask her in person, like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husband, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." Matthew 20:28 says, "Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." Now, according to these verses, there are 3 mandates that God has given to the husband. Mandate number 1, the husband is the head of the wife. In essence, he is the leader in the home. Mandate number 2, the role of the husband while leading is to love as Christ has loved. And then mandate number 3, God has given you the leadership how. And the leadership how is sacrificial leadership. The Jesus kind of leader, the sacrificial leader. A humble leader, a husband who puts the well-being of his wife and children above his. This man understands his role as a husband and is ready to lead in the most humble way. This man is ready to die for his family if it comes to it, just as Christ eventually died for the church. Husbands, let me let you in on a secret. Choosing to follow the Bible and being a sacrificial leader is the best way to get your wife to honor and respect you. The Bible's instruction to us as women is to submit to our husbands, and it's easier and doable for a woman to submit to her husband that is a sacrificial leader. If I'm married to an autocratic, a figurehead, a transactional husband, it may not be very easy for me to submit to him. You will enjoy your woman best when she knows that you are day one, when she knows that you cherish her, you love her, you would die in her place if it came to it. You take care of responsibilities, you take on chores, you do houseworks, groceries, shopping. You have no problem doing that, and you are not expecting anything in return. If I am being honest, I find it easy to submit to my husband, like no problem. My husband is not perfect, but me and the kids, we mean everything to him, and it makes it very obvious who are his number one priority. It lets us and everyone knows it. You dare not mess with us. You dare not mess with me if you do not want trouble. If you're an autocratic leader, a figurehead, a transactional leader, but not a sacrificial leader, I can assure you that you are not getting the best from your wife. While as a Christian, she may still be respecting you and regarding your headship, as an obligation to God. I promise you that that's not at best. So let's begin discussing the practical ways by which men can sacrificially lead in their marriages. Number one, make time for your wife. You see, sacrificial leadership involves prioritizing time for your wife's emotional and spiritual needs, even when it's not convenient, like leading in prayer, in spiritual growth, like taking initiatives in praying together, studying the scriptures together, listening to messages together, serving in everyday life, and not just serving by example. Love her sacrificially and humbly, and watch her fall madly in love with you. A genuine, God-fearing woman blossoms when she's loved right. So love her right and watch her go to battle for you. Another practical way by which men can sacrificially lead is by serving in everyday life. Help with household chores, childcare, and other tasks without expecting anything in return. Leading by example is an act of service, and we saw Christ display this while he was here on earth. We'll see Christ wash the feet of his disciples. We'll see Christ do so many things, even with people that are not of his own status. How much more those of his family? So I want to encourage all men today to help the little way, the big way you can. That is all part of leadership, and it's the kind of sacrificial leadership God is calling every man to. We women are emotional beings, and sometimes we just get so overwhelmed, and we hope that as a sacrificial leader, you can listen to our concerns, you can hear us out, and that when the kids come for you for something, you can set aside that soccer you're watching and just give them 5-10 minutes of your time. That is what sacrificial leadership is all about. And another way to sacrificially lead is by providing and protecting your home with wisdom. Sacrificial leadership includes financial responsibility, protecting your family's, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Just knowing that our husbands got our back anytime, any day, not so that we are not contributing, but we know that, we are secure in our husband, we are safe in our husband, and we know that when push comes to shove, our husband will always take care of us. And another way Christian men can sacrificially lead is by doing what Jesus did on the cross, being selfless in decision making. Instead of just making decisions on your personal preferences, it will be great to consult your wife, consult us, and just understand what your decisions impact to be in our lives or on our lives. So Christian men are being encouraged today to lead like Christ led, to love like Christ did, to be there for your family like Christ was there for the church. And in doing this, I assure you that your wife, your family will adore you, appreciate you, honor you, and treats you like a king that you truly are. If you've watched this video up to this point, you will need to know some subtle and obvious warning that something is going on in your marriage, and that is exactly what we covered in this video titled Alarming Signs Your Marriage is in Trouble. In this video, we explored what every married couple will need to know and be alert about on the possible threat on their marriage. A big thank you to all the Christian husbands for watching this video and, desiring growth and progress in your home. On behalf of all the women, I say thank you. And until next time, when I come your way again, my name is Imo. Bye-bye.